All right. Good Friday morning, everybody. Hopefully, you have power.
A lot of folks don't.
I do not. A couple people here who work here in the newsroom, we all kind of live in the same neighborhood. None of us do. I got ready in the dark, if you couldn't tell.
Okay.
Yeah. But I was actually driving in this morning, and as you're seeing all the damage, once you finally wake up and see in the daylight how much damage there really is around you, I also noticed that the skies were pretty dark.
Yeah, but severe weather
Okay.
is behind us now.
Okay,
But,
good.
yeah, there will be some clouds, and might even be a sprinkle or two of rain early on today.
But a sprinkle, nothing major.
No, we're not gonna repeat last night today, which is good news. We start off with a look at our storm reports, and now that the sun is up, it's up, but it's brighter. I suspect we will see more and more storms and storm damage being reported. As we've been talking about online and on TV, if you've been able to watch us there, the hardest hit area right around Williamston, where, it was a tornado there. It has not technically been confirmed just yet, but the National Weather Service will take a look at things and make the final determination, but that is pretty much what we had there. And that was where the worst damage was, but really anywhere in mid-Michigan, whether it was a tornado or not, many of us saw wind gusts 60, 65, 70 miles per hour. And whether those winds are spinning or they're straight line, they can bring trees down. They can cause damage to homes. Now, we got just a ton of pictures from our viewers and as well as videos. Here's just a couple of them. This kind of spread out across the area. Grand Ledge, Ryan sent that to us. Lots of power outages around Grand Ledge. Lansing, and this is on the east side of Lansing. You can see some issues there. And this was Jackson, where we really haven't seen any storm reports come into our system just yet, but we have had the peak wind gust, which was up around 65 miles per hour. And that's what it looked like when the storm took place. And I know there are tree limbs down and power lines down there too, but the actual reporting to the National Weather Service sometimes takes its time to happen. 69 right now in Lansing and Jackson, 70 in Charlotte. It is 71 degrees in Hillsdale. We are not going to be shooting up into the upper 80s to around 90
Okay,
today.
good.
That's good. We're going to top out today near 80. Now, the humidity is still up there a little bit today, but as the day goes on, the humidity level should start to drop a bit, and we are in a much more comfortable air mass for tomorrow. Look at satellite and radar. The system that raced through here last evening is like over Virginia right now. I mean, it made its way through Pennsylvania.
Fast.
Ohio caused damage there too. You look into northeastern Iowa. Yes, there are some showers there. Those should fall apart before they make it to our area. So our hour-by-hour forecast, it has clouds, few peaks at the sun. Winds will be out of the north to northeast, not all that strong. So again, if you're out there cleaning up the yard, first of all, be on the lookout for down power lines,
Yes.
and assume all of them are charged,
Yes.
active if you see one. But take care while you're out there doing these things. We do clear out this evening, so if your high school football team is maybe playing this evening, because there were a lot who started last night.
There were some that started.
And then they had to pull back on it.
Real quick.
This evening should be fine if your field, has power and it's not soaked.
Right.
Here's the next 12 hours. A lot of clouds, few peaks at the sun. We top out today right near 80 degrees. Our next 7 days. Tomorrow, overall, it's a partly to mostly cloudy day. Very small chance of a sprinkle of rain tomorrow. Most of us will not see anything. 74 tomorrow, low 70s on Sunday, upper 70s Monday. Could be some rain. Monday night into the day on Tuesday.
Okay.
There are a lot of folks, I'm sure, with roof damage.
We have seen some.
And they are definitely concerned about rain. We've had a few sprinkles around this morning. That's about all we will see today or tonight. And tomorrow, if we see any, it's not going to amount to much. So, I mean, that's good. But, you might want to get someone out there to get the tarp up there and all that other good stuff.
Carefully, once it's safe, yes,
Yes.
it would be nice to do.
And there are so many folks without power right now. I mean, technically, our TV station, I think we're still on generator power.
We, as I just saw our engineer come in, we are still on generator power.
Have been since it was when
Well,
I came into work.
I was actually on the phone with Colton last night. Him and Andy were going live on Facebook and YouTube, like many of you are watching us right now. And I was helping out from home remotely with some of the technical stuff. And he said, I had to text Colton and say, hey, I can't help you anymore.
I can't help you anymore.
So
Power's
I have no
out.
internet. He's like, yeah, we just lost power here at the station too. And we live in greatly different parts of the Lansing area. So here is the consumer's energy
Right.
map. You can see there's still a lot of people, not just here in the Michigan area.
I want you to widen. Could you make it a little wider? Okay, let's.
That was
There are 2 potential tornadoes that the National Weather Service is investigating.
Okay.
One was north of Grand Rapids.
So like around here.
Yep, and then the second one is the Williamston-Weberville area. I mean, I want you to look at the damage. What direction were those storms moving?
Oh, yep.
Southeast?
Southeast. You're right.
I mean,
Wow.
so that's 2 places, and I would imagine between those 2, there's a lot of damage. And some people are saying, oh, yeah, it was a tornado here too. Let's say in Eaton County, it's always possible. But whether the winds are spinning or it's just 70-mile-per-hour wind, it can just do a lot of damage. But when you brought up their outage map, it's like, that kind of is going exactly.
You can pretty much see it.
Exactly how, the storms were moving last night.
Here is the BWL outage map, and of course, the Metro Detroit area with
DTE,
DTE.
which does stretch into Williamston and Weberville too.
They're still recovering from the previous night storms.
Well, the previous night storms were kind of interesting because that was, yes, they had some power outages, but that was like 6 inches of rain.
Yeah, it was a
and
lot.
and if you were up, let's say Wednesday night and looking to the east, I mean, it was just lightning.
There was flooding at the airport. They couldn't even get into Detroit Metro Airport.
But they also have some problems there that they're relying on pumping stations. And how do these things, did they get damaged? Is it because they're not being used or not being maintained? But it seems to be a more frequent issue going on there.
Well, don't forget, you can always stay alert with all of our weather with the First Alert weather app, which I know not only helped me last night, even though I was literally on the phone with the meteorologist, but it helped my family out towards the east. That's how they found out about the tornado out towards Fowlerville. Was Andy?
And I got to tell you what, Andy grasped onto that rotation near Grand Rapids, and he was just like a dog that grabbed onto a bone, and he just kept talking about it, and we were talking this morning about it, or last night, whichever way. I mean, it was, and that's what turned out to be, the rotation there on the radar. And so, he saw it very early on and was on the air for a long time.
He was.
Where some people go, it's a thunderstorm warning, we get it, it's windy. But, he was on the air when the tornado warning came out.
He was on the air. We had
he was on your disc.
Yep.
Yeah, it was, they did a really good job last night.
I know my aunt was watching on the app on her phone. I made her get the app so that exactly this happens. And also, as we were talking about earlier with all the storm damage that you're waking up to this morning, you can go on I have a video that we're putting together that shows you exactly how to do this. But you can go to the First Alert weather app, which opens up just like this.
Yeah.
And then you scroll all the way to...
Oh, you're asking a lot. You want me to scroll all the way to the bottom?
All the way to the bottom.
Okay.
Okay, so it's not working right now. Here we go. All the way to the bottom when you're on the home page. And then it looks blank right here.
Yeah.
But you want to tap Submit Weather Photos and Video. And it'll take you to our website where you can upload right from your phone, which is lot of people are doing.
But I could also go to your website and upload
But what if you don't have access to that? What if all you have is your phone?
Okay.
There you go. That's how you do it.
And we used some of those pictures, some of those videos this morning on the morning news, and it's it's nice to get a perspective of maybe some place that we didn't have a camera, or it's like, wow, look at the damage in Grand Ledge. We've been kind of focused on this other one.
We've had some very large trees that have been around for
a long
decades
time
and decades and decades, and they're now cracked and stuff like that.
Well, they're cracked. I mean, so today definitely pay close attention, not only in your yard, but if you're walking in your neighborhood, make sure, A, not a power line down. B, kind of keep an eye up in the trees, because there are some that might be a little damaged. It wouldn't take much of a breeze
I actually
to
saw
maybe
that
bring down another limb or two.
today while I was driving down 96. Off to the side, there was a tree that you could tell a branch was kind of broken and in it, and then it tumbled down to the ground. So
that's important. And they will, of course, they'll be out checking out the damage today, the National Weather Service, and I would suspect either later today or tomorrow we'll have, a confirmation. But just from what we've seen, I think it's pretty safe to say it was a tornado in Williamston and Weberville. But again, 70-mile-per-hour winds, whether they're straight or spinning, they cause all sorts of damage.
we have our entire team working on cleanup today. They were also out last night. I know one of our reporters, Riley Connell, she was out for 24 hours. She just went home. We sent her home. So we will be covering all of the cleanup stuff today on all of our platforms, on air, online, and right here on the digital desk, where you can get us on Facebook, YouTube, and all streaming platforms. Make sure you check us out. We will be back a little bit later with Colton and some of our reporters talking about the cleanup today as we head into the weekend. Stay safe, everybody, and we will see you guys later.